You want the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
You can't handle the truth!
Well, we're giving you the Michigan Sports Truth, the show that reveals facts, truth, research, and statistics and never messes around. We lay down the entire truth about everything regarding your Detroit and Michigan sports teams, no matter if it's good or bad. No junk, no entertainment, no homerism, no coddling, no pop culture, no opinions, no shilling, and no fluff. Head over to our website at MichiganSportsTruth.com, follow us on Twitter at Michigan_Truth, and like our Facebook page, The Michigan Sports Truth. The hosts of the Michigan Sports Truth podcast do not take any suggestions or criticism from any member of its audience on how it should be run. It is up to the host to decide what they want to cover. They also do not intend to be any amount of popular in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Additionally, the views of the audience, right or wrong, do not reflect the actual truth revealed on this program.
And this is the post-game edition of the Michigan Sports Truth podcast for May 17th, 2018, on a Thursday night, late night, in fact, very late night. The Tigers come back from down 2-0 to beat the Seattle Mariners 3-2 at Safeco Field in the first of a 4-game series. Matt Boyd goes 6 innings, pitched 96 pitches, allows 2 earned runs on 2 RBI singles by Guillermo Heredia and Mitch Haniger in the second and third innings. And then in the 6th inning, John Hicks scores on a throwing error by Kyle Seager at third base in the 6th inning to put the Tigers on the board, trailing 2-1. And then in the 8th inning, Jose Iglesias knocks in a go-ahead 2-run single in the 8th inning with 2 outs. The Mariners bullpen absolutely blew it.
You blew it!
And then Joe Jimenez strikes out the side in the 8th inning.
Oh, man!
Shane Green, a 1-2-3 ninth inning for another save.
Oh, man!
That was a save that was actually not almost blown. That was a perfect 1-2-3 inning. I watched the game. Even if I didn't, I'd still follow it on the MLB Game Day app, the MLB Game Day, whether it's on MLB.com or the MLB.com at mobile app. The Tigers now improved to 20-23, a game and a half back of the Tribe in the AL County Central standings, second place ahead of the third place Minnesota Twins. The Mariners dropped to 24-19. A half game back of the Angels, who are still trailing 1-0 as of right now. The Angels might have lost too, so it's still at probably a half game back. And the Tigers, 4.5 games back of the final AL wildcard spot, but still 6 worse in the AL. So that brings me to my point. If the Tigers aren't going to tank in a rebuilding season where they're playing as badly as the entire AL County Central Division is in today's world, they might as well stay meaninglessly mediocre in Ron Garbagefire's first year as their manager. Even if they tried to contend for the rest of the season, they would still somehow fail because they're not that good as of right now. And you people know that. So don't let anything fool you. One last thing I'd like to report from the founder and editor-in-chief of the Detroit Sports Rag, Jeff Moss, whom you can find on Twitter, at least temporarily, at DeTSportsRag. You can find him on Facebook, DeTSportsRag, DetroitSportsRag.com. Look up his website, the Detroit Sports Rag. He tweeted and posted on Facebook, based on the J.D. Martinez trade from last year, J.D. Martinez is on pace for a WAR that's wins above replacement of 6 this season, Will all of the players acquired by Al Avila, the Tigers general manager, in the Arizona trade have a cumulative career WAR of 6? The answer, a big fat no. Two tweets earlier, he quoted Gammons' statistics. JD Martinez's 161 games, 3 innings into tonight, 58 home runs, 142 RBIs. Moss said yeah. Dawel Lugo seems like a fair return, sarcastically. That was a poor return. Dawel Lugo, according to Moss, is not a good prospect. And then he tweeted, "Remember when all the apologist beat writers and columnists in Detroit said JD didn't have much value because he isn't a great defender? This town is such an effing joke." He quoted the same tweet from Peter Gammons. So, that's how, the Arizona Diamondbacks won that trade unanimously back in July when the Tigers started selling. They traded JD Martinez away for Dawel Lugo, one of the Tigers' prospects, one of their lowly ranked prospects, according to Keith Law, ESPN MLB Prospect Insider. So give Jeff Moss and Keith Law both the credit in the world. I even give Peter Gammons a little bit of credit for the statistics that he pointed out on Twitter. So there's all your homework for tonight and for later today. And that is the post-game edition for Thursday, May 17th of 2018 of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast. I'm Taylor Phillips. Follow me on Twitter at DT2Phillips. Like and share the Michigan Sports Truth Facebook page. Follow it on Twitter at Michigan_Truth. Listen to us here on Spreaker, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and Apple Podcasts via iTunes. TTFN, ta-ta for now. We'll talk to you late Friday night.
The hosts of the Michigan Sports Truth Podcast do not take any suggestions or criticism from any member of its audience on how it should be run. It is up to the host to decide what they want to cover. They also do not intend to be any amount of popular in any way, shape, form, or fashion. Additionally, the views of the audience, right or wrong, do not reflect the actual truth revealed on this program.
Mission complete.